Hello and welcome to another Spirit Island video. Today I'm going to be continuing in my series of trans wildfire videos and pairing it with another random spirit. I'm going to click gain spirit because I don't want this to be a spirit that I'm like not that familiar with. Sure, let's do darkness. That'll be interesting. And I'm going to play this into a random level 6 adversary. Gotta remember to hit 2 players. That's not England, because I don't want to play... England has definitely got to be Transforming Wildfire's worst matchup by far. And I think it's just like basically unplayable. But everything else should be fine. Should be a pretty interesting matchup. This is Habsburg monarchy. And one neat thing about this pair of spirits is that darkness really benefits from that extra element that both that extra element that wildfire gives and also the extra card gains that wildfire gives. Oh, that did not pick up what I wanted it to pick up. Let's see. So where do I want to have each of these spirits start? I believe I want, so generally you want wildfire, it starts in the highest sands, right? So you want that to either have a building on it or a blight, and like ideally both, because sometimes there's awkwardness. For example, like if this land comes up later, it's going to be harder for me to access this land because to grow into it, if it's later in the game, I'll need to like blight that. Whereas, so like, yeah, it's nice if all my blight is like already stacked up in one land. And of course, having buildings in my starting land just means that I'll like have stuff to use my innate on, my left innate on, and especially nice against Habsburg to have that town there. And then that leaves darkness. I believe it's both of the forests. Yeah, to start in the forests, or I feel like I often say forests, and what I mean is jungles. That's the actual terminology in this game. Okay, so let's see what our explore is, and it is mountains. So we're playing Habsburg 6. That's actually a pretty nice explore for us, because what we can do is we can grow into here with wildfire in order to prevent this from building. It'll still gather, but we should be fine with that, hopefully. We could even create a second sacred site, which is not something you usually do on wildfire. But anyways, and then let's see. So I think wildfire's turn wants to be something like play asphyxiating smoke growing into here. Oh, but that I can't play I can't play asphyxiating smoke while also growing into this mountain, which is unfortunate because to grow into that mountain I have to take my G2, and I think it's very important that I grow into this mountain this turn to kill this. I can pair up my Dahan. I think that's better than putting my Dahan here. I'm not going to really defend this, though I guess I can look at my power card first. Let's gain a minor. Okay, that's pretty nice. We have Call to Isolation here. No fire cards, but Call to Isolation is still a pretty good card because it has the elements for transforming a bit. So actually, I don't need to grow here yet. I could choose instead to go 1, 2, 3, grow here. Call to Isolation this, because like I don't really, yeah, I'm definitely taking Call to Isolation, and I don't really want to play it in the upcoming 2 turns because I want to play a fire card next turn ideally, and 2 fire cards the turn after that. So like pushing this out is kind of, and right now is kind of ideal, honestly. And then we can basically team up here in order to solve Darkness's board. And then this build gathering is unfortunate, but I can actually maybe deal with it next turn, but by growing into it and using Flame's Fury. because I can deal 2 damage using this. So 2 damage kills a town, and then do another 2 damage with Flame's Fury. There's still a Explorer there is the main problem, but it means that this also doesn't double blight. So I think I like this crossplay strat here. Okay, so I think that's the plan over here. Where do I push this beast? Probably want it on the blighted land in general. And then call to isolation. Okay, well, I guess that's for fast. Okay, so over here, Darkness's side, I think, let's see. So on turn 3, I'm going to be able to give Darkness an element. So theoretically, I want to be able to like do this. Generally with Darkness, I like taking my G2, and I think that's the problem is I kind of want to go here and abduct this so that only one of these two has to gather. I guess yeah, so that only this one has to gather. So ideally I move here, I guess, with my G3, and then oh, I guess if I'm doing my G3, what I can do is I can G3, place my presence here, move into this land, and then abduct this. That's pretty appealing, actually. And then I really want to play any moon animal card. So I'm going to get 2 energy for my G3. A piece will escape. I can escape that piece here, perhaps. That's not amazing, though. I think here is better. So G3 like that, and I can actually Terror of the Hunted to solve this as well, right? Yeah, that just like adds a strife, which is nice. Yeah, okay. So a bit of crossplay here. Swallowed by the Endless Dark will generate 2 fear, abduct this so it doesn't build, and then now, whoops, I should lock this. And now Wildfire can solve this next turn by growing into it pretty easily. And then call to isolation. So first, actually, I want to abduct this and then move here. And call to isolation will push this into here, I think. This will get actually maybe not here, maybe into here, because this is going to gather into here so that these two are now isolated, and that's very, very nice. Yeah. Okay, so that should be fast. Let's see our events. It skipped. We build nowhere, actually. This is actually a pretty funny combo, just because like it's very good at completely preventing all the builds, which is very nice. So then this is gathered here, and this is gathered here after the build. And then explore is wetlands. So explore here and here, and explore here and here. Okay. So this is like a bit unfortunate, but it should be fine. I think what I'm going to do then is Terror of the Hunted, add a strife here, so that this can gather this town after it gets damaged by the Dahan. So I don't need to worry about the gather here anymore, and I also don't need to worry about growing into there with Wildfire. I can maybe look at solving this, or solving one of these over here with Wildfire next turn. Oh, also I get 2 fear. And what am I doing? So I definitely want to take G2 next turn on Darkness. So I think I'm going to get rid of this and dump this somewhere. It's unfortunate that this is going to be a Lost Blight, but that should be fine. Yeah. I think it's better than... I guess I could move into here and dump like a couple explorers there. Yeah, no, maybe that's better. Yeah, because Wildfire is very good at dealing with explorers. So this is actually a very sweet combo. I haven't actually ever played this, but it seems sweet. Okay, now, yeah, so now let's take our G2. We gain a minor. Oh, nice. Delusions of Danger is pretty good here. Though, honestly, Gift of Power is actually probably better because just giving Wildfire an extra card here is really nice. All I need is like two. All I need here is two. What am I thinking of? Sorry, 3 moon here. Just a bit of a brain stutter there. So the Gift of Power is really nice for being 0 cost as well. And I think the thing is, like, Delusions of Danger can push this Explorer to prevent the build. I guess that is also pretty good. So what is the plan here? I want to move here and dump 2 Explorers here as part of my growth. Wildfire wants to... I guess Wildfire like is pretty okay growing into here and just killing both of these. Or growing into here, killing one of them, and then Darkness can abduct these 2 and end up here. Meanwhile, this blights, and then we have these 2 to deal with. I guess someone wants to deal with this, so this is actually... I think this is actually what Wildfire wants to deal with instead of anything else. So in that case, I do think this is Delusions of Danger over Gift of Power. It's unfortunate because Gift of Power is such a good card, but I think here this effect... Whoops, that did not capture that. I think this effect is just too good here. So we can put this at basically anywhere. Over on Wildfire side, I want to grow here, clear that. I think I want the 2 card plays here, maybe. Or actually, maybe I just want to blight, right? Because this, I'm taking 1 blight here, 0 blight here. Yeah, I want to get to 5 blight on Wildfire's board, I think. So I'm just going to take the blight option, and this also lets me get an extra energy from my G3, which I want to take here because I'm only growing at 1 range. So it's very important that, like, you often will need to coordinate, like, when you take that energy, and having that energy when like be restricted to a 1 range growth is pretty important. Is pretty key to remember. Oh, also we have some Wildfire bombs we can drop with Reach from the Infinite Darkness, abducting Wildfire. So that's fun. Yeah. Okay, let's see. So what does Wildfire want to play is the question. I don't have anywhere to like do damage except here. So this is just where my damage is going. Probably that means... So next turn also, I think I want Darkness to be able to... Oh wait. Okay. Oh, I just had an amazing thought. Instead of taking Delusions of Danger, wow, okay, this is actually a really sweet combo. Didn't realize just how sweet this was. I can, in fact, take and play Gift of Power because I can have Wildfire play Flame's Fury. And then Darkness takes Flame's Fury, which gives another energy as well. Then Darkness gets to go 2 damage, which kills these instead of abducting them, which is completely fine because I don't want to like drop them off anyways. Moves here and then abducts this town and moves here. I still have a presence I could place. I don't know where I'm placing it. And then Wildfire gets... Oh, I guess Wildfire... Yeah. Wildfire gets to do 1 damage only, which like doesn't do that much. but that's fine. I can just pick this off. This town will get gathered into there, but that's fine. I can kill it because, you know, there's blight here now. So that should be pretty easy to deal with. And yeah, let's see. I think I want to abduct a presence from Wildfire here, and also a presence from Darkness. And the question is, like, which presence from Darkness? Probably this presence, because I want Darkness's presence placement, which is 3 range. Yeah, so it can basically go anywhere. I think here is a reasonable place. Or maybe here. Yeah, here's also a reasonable place. But yeah, I'm just gonna like drop off some Wildfire presence next turn in order to deal 2 damage on growth, and it'll still add a blight, but that should be fine. We're only taking 1 blight this turn. It's fine if we take 2 blight next turn on growth. So that should be everything on fast. Next turn, Darkness gets to reclaim and play 3, and get an element as well, which is very nice. Okay, so bureaucrats adjust funding on each board with 9 or more. Oh, that kind of sucks, huh? Because yeah, so Wildfire has 4 buildings, but here actually we're going to get another build here. I'm going to put this here as a reminder because we only have 2 buildings, and building here is kind of miserable because it unpockets this, but hopefully that's fine. So Terrifying Beasts doesn't do anything because we haven't gotten to Wildfire's innate yet, basically. Oh, actually, wait, no, it does. I have 2 beasts here. I almost forgot Darkness's Incarnate is a beast. Coordinated defense, I'm using defense 5 there. Doesn't really do anything. Okay, so let's see. We ravage mountains. Let's get a loss point counter. So we have 1 loss point. And then this ravages like that. These don't ravage. Then we build our wetlands. So build like that. And then we gather into our wetlands. So over here, that causes this, or I guess A goes first technically, but neither of these have gathers. So this gathers into here and dies. This gathers into here, and that's completely fine. And our escalation is jungles. So we, before exploring, no, after exploring. So we go jungle, 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 jungle. And then after exploring, we have to escalate twice on Darkness's board. I think let's see. So I think ideally I want to just like drop off Wildfire here on growth and deal 2 damage like that. Or actually, no, I can just abduct this on growth. That's pretty easy as well. Where am I dropping off Wildfire then? Maybe here? That seems reasonable. Can Wildfire deal like 6 damage next turn? Like, not really, I guess. So these escalates are going maybe here and here. It's like okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, so then emerge from the Dread Night Wind. So 1 fear. We get to abduct something. I think I will, in fact, drop Wildfire over here. This seems like a nice central place for Wildfire to be. And abduct this instead, so I can also like start pushing Dahan to get closer to each other. Though actually, I guess this is a this adjacency here is a concern. I guess I don't know what I'm doing with that. I guess first I should look at Gift of Power, and I might change my mind. So I'm gonna Gift of Power on here. Oh, Sap is interesting. I won't be able to play it next turn, I don't think. But Sap is definitely interesting. I think I should take it. Because it's a really good play the following turn. It can like defend this, for example. Or maybe this. Okay. So what am I doing about this? I guess I can use Threatening Flames here. It's not great because like I guess I can grow into here and then do Threatening Flames here. Oh, but no, that doesn't work. Yes, because then I can't push. But I could Threatening Flames here and try to solve this somehow. I don't know how I would though. Next turn I'm playing something that looks like this. Yeah, I think I do just like have to get dropped off here basically. With have to have Wildfire get dropped off here or here. Or like I do this abduction instead of this abduction. And I guess I like really want to get to 3 blights on. I really want to get to exactly 3 blights on Darkness's board. It's also unclear what's happening to this. Lots of fires to put out. So maybe I think the play is to ignore this, to have Wildfire grow here and here maybe, and this just blights. Oh wait, no. No, we don't want Wildfire to grow that much, I guess. This is amusingly tricky. Well, I'm gonna get 2 fear and downgrade one of these definitely. I think this is getting taken care of by Swallowed then. I think this is just like mostly fine and I should just move on and like not worry too much about this. We also have to dump this on the board. My inclination is to dump the Explorer here, but let's see. Time passes. Okay, so let's do Wildfire first, I think. So Wildfire will gain a minor and grow. Let's take Shore Seeds, I think. Yeah. So we're not going to get Explorer transforming here, definitely, because there's a bit too, like, I don't have the elements at all for that. But that should be fine. I think I do just want to like deal with this because I can play these 2 theoretically, and then I can get a 3rd plant, so I can grow into here. Okay, so before I grow into there, probably Darkness should go here. Reclaim all, gain a power card. Let's just gain Veil, perfect element card. Move Incarnate anywhere, and I also want this to move out of the way. So I want to drop this off here, definitely. Yeah, I think this is just going to be like a bit sad, but whatever. So I move there. I can drop this off. Where do I want to drop this off? I could drop this off here, honestly. It's not horrible. I move here. I drop this off here, and what that does is it adds a blight, and gets a fear and turns this into 2 explorers, which will go here, I think, and also pushes the beast, which is this. And then I can go abduct here. Or maybe pushes this here, so I have a clean, this is a very clean trail of destruction. And I can put my last presence here. Great. I think that's how that all works. Then I want, I can't, instead of moving this out, actually, I think this is actually just staying here. Also, this does not want to go there. I want to move here, basically. And I guess that means that... this is going here, actually. And then I just go abduct, and like don't care about these explorers that much. Yeah. Yeah, because I like really want to prevent the inland explorers here. And this way, like, does actually do that on this board. Okay, so I really want to play Swallowed, and then I really want to be able to get two, I want to get, with a single moon, full right innate and like most of left innate, and this does accomplish that. And the perfect element card was pretty important here for getting the second thing, so I have 3 abducts here. Okay, I think that's everything. Very complicated, but that was everything. Okay, so let's do transforming. I'm going to, on this side, I'm going to forget Call to Isolation, gain a minor. It will be Constancy, because Constancy is kind of busted. Even though it doesn't have fire, I do have a flex slot. I can play a non-fire card on, and then I can pay an energy in order to turn a Blight into a Badlands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I don't. The problem is, like, I don't know if I want to do that on this board, on either board even. I think I just don't care about the. Yeah, I think I just don't care about that form of the innate right now because I want to stay at this much Blight. Though I guess it means that we have to go Blighted next turn. Yeah, I guess I should actually heal. So we can just heal on this board. Heal 2 on that board. Anyway, but first we do need to forget to gain the power. Forget a power card to gain a power card over here. I think I have to forget Gift of Power here. Because it has worse elements and gain a power card. Whoops. And I will take Domesticated definitely. Moving that over there, and I get him in. Okay, then now we can both pay an energy, which I think I will do, on both sides in order to turn this into a Badlands, and this also into Badlands. Okay, so that's transforming. Then Threatening Flames, we'll do 2 fear, push this into here. And I guess we can have this Blight, so this can move over here instead. Oh no, that doesn't work because I needed to be here to heal the Blight. For each Dahan present, 1 damage to a different invader. So I could do that like over here, for example. It's pretty neat. Anyways, so I get to Swallowed in order to 2 fear abduct this. And then I get Wildfire's left innate deals... I forgot to actually grow into here. Yeah. So growing into here causes this to Blight and kills one of Darkness's presence, and that kills this, turning it into 2 explorers, which will, I think, just go into here, and then I do my left innate, which is 1 damage per fire, which is 4, so that kills both of these and turns that into Explore Town over here. Oh, and also pushes the Dahan this way. And then the Veil of Night's Hunt will deal 3 damage here. Like that. I think this is fine to build a city. Is this the reminder card turn? No, next turn is the reminder card turn. Okay, and then finally we have our, oh, I guess I still need to abduct as well, but we have our Lieutenant here for darkness, which will abduct, move, abduct, move, abduct, and be here. Yep, so very clean board over here. Yeah. So that's nice, but this is an issue, I guess. That is the main issue here. I'm going to abduct 2 presents. I think I want to abduct this present. Like, that's pretty done with. Actually, instead of killing these 3 explorers, I think it's a lot better to just kill this explorer. It does abduct it instead of killing it, but that's fine. Yeah, I just want to minimize builds here. So I abducted that presence, and I think I abducted this presence. No, it's good to have Wildfire on the coast here when they're so limited with explorers on the inland. Okay, so tempo working out well so far. Let's see the event. We have the Frontier Calls, double explore and land without buildings. Lair in Untamed Lands, add a beast on each board to a land without buildings or blight. So here, I guess, or maybe here actually, because this is going to get unpocketed from the Gather. And over here, I think just on the Badlands. And then gather 1 or 2 Dahan to a land without Dahan symbols. I guess just gather into here, like go towards grouping up and towards the coast, and I can gather these 2 into here. That's actually a pretty nice gather. Okay, 2 fear cards. Push an explorer into a land with more buildings than it came from. More buildings than it came from. So I could push this into here. I don't know if that's good. I could also like push these 2 out, but that's definitely bad. I think, let's see. So next turn Wildfire like basically needs to grow into here. And this is going to be ravaging for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it can be defended with sap. So that should be fine. Like sap and domesticated. I think it is slightly positive to push this into here, but only slightly. On each board, choose land with Beast Strafe or Dahan. Downgrade a building there. Oh, that's actually nice. Beast Strafe or Dahan. So I guess that downgrades this into an Explorer here. And then we get to downgrade something here. I think I just downgrade the town. And oh yeah, that prevents this gather. That's really, really good, actually. Great. So now we ravage our wetlands. Nothing ravages. We build our jungles, just these 2. We gather into our jungles. Our only towns are in jungles right now. And our stage 2, and this will come with an escalation on both boards, is mountains. So first we double explore into mountains with no blight, with no buildings, because of the Frontier Calls, and that also double explores into here. And then we add a town, I think here, because I think this is a fine place to drop off Wildfire presence. And no blight and no buildings. I think here is actually also fine, because like this, yeah, this should be fine. At worst case, it just like ravages and kills itself, which is like not that bad. Okay, and then on slow, we get Shore Seeds, so 1 fear. We add a Badlands and a Wild somewhere. Let's see. where do I want to do that? I think here is actually pretty reasonable. Though actually, no. Here's better if I'm going to drop Wildfire off here, because then Wildfire does 3 damage when dropping and only needs like 1 more damage to clear the land, which is nice. Okay, so that is Wildfire slow, and over here I just have my Right Innate, which will add a beast here, and then downgrade 1, downgrade all, so an 8 fear. So downgrade 1, downgrade all. So downgrade all just kills kills all the towns basically, because it downgrades the towns into explorers into nothing, and then downgrade 1 will finish off another of the towns. Okay. Time passes. Okay. So I believe what I want to do is I want to take G3 here. So I get 3 energy. And I get to, unfortunately, I don't have a Moon Air card, but I do get to escape one thing, which will be Wildfire's presence, probably. And I can get 3 abducts here, yeah. So I get 3 energy, I pay. I escape Wildfire's presence here again. And that causes Wildfire to add a blight here, and that deals 2 damage, which is actually 3. So let's just kill these. I need another destroy bag here, I think. Yeah, so that kills these and transforms these that way, and then pushes this here, I think. But it doesn't matter. I think I want to teleport. I want to use my G3 add move to any land with my presence. Where do I want to abduct this turn? So let's see. Wildfire, I think, wants to be playing something that looks like this, and taking my G3 to get 4 energy. So I still have a teleport on Darkness's side. And this, where do I want to put this? I think the conclusion was I wanted it here. Oh, there's a cool thing I could do. Oh no, I don't have the earth for the blight healing. But there's a cool synergy I could do where, like, theoretically I could put Darkness's presence, which I lost. Where did I put Darkness's presence? Should have 5 presence total on the board. 1 is destroyed. I think this wasn't actually here. No, it was there. Where did Darkness's presence? Where did I put that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Was this destroyed? No. This wasn't where I dropped myself off, right? I don't know. One of these should be somewhere else, and that somewhere else is like here and move this way, so that I can teleport this presence here, so I can use my damage in order to damage that. So maybe instead of playing Sap, I'm supposed to play Constancy, which like is pretty believable anyways, you know. Constancy is a good card, and this lets me heal Blight and turn it into Badlands. And notably what that means is, like, I can deal a bunch of no, actually that doesn't work. Yeah, that doesn't actually work like I want it to. Okay, so really need to switch. Okay, anyways, so before I add presence here and teleport there, I grow there with Wildfire, which adds a blight, and transforms these here. Okay, so this needs 5 damage, or like I guess the defend 5 works, but and I theoretically have, or maybe 4 damage. I theoretically have, yeah, I should have enough. there, I think. It's unclear. It should be enough with the Incarnate, actually. Yeah, that should definitely be enough. Okay, so I think this should work. I want to, oh, it's unfortunate that I have to like forget a different card to get the element. But like I do need to forget a card, unfortunately, in order to get the element with transforming. So let's see. First of all, sap and domesticated will in total do 1 fear, defend 10 here, which is an amusing number, and add a beast as well. So yep, that should be enough. Yeah, there's no adjacent towns, so that definitely is enough. Okay, then transforming will happen. I'll forget on this. Sorry, let's see. What are we forgetting on this side? Probably Veil. It's worse than Reach and it's worse than Swallowed. It's unfortunate that we have to, but we do have to. We'll take Twilight Fog. That's actually a pretty good card. Pretty good elements and 0 cost. I'm pretty happy to have more 0 cost as well. We're somewhat energy constrained. Okay, so then we get that air. Then Wildfire will have a left innate, which does 2 damage, but split between lands if necessary. Oh, sorry. Actually, before that happens, Wildfire, other part of transforming, we get to turn an explorer into a beast in one of our lands, both of us. So that allows this explorer to get turned into a beast, and over here, basically in any land now, I think this one gets turned into a beast. Yeah. Okay, then 2 damage split lets me do 1 damage here, which is affected by Badlands, and another damage here. And then let's see. I think what I want to do is now use my left innate with darkness. There's a lot of interweaving here. I really like, you know, doing all this intertwined play with double handing, but it's like it does take quite a while to like process. So anyways, I do 1 damage here, which just kills that since it's not alone. I do not push yet. Then I abduct this and push my presence here, and then I do 1 damage here and push here, I guess, just in case this gets a defend. I like don't need to have it die to blight anyways. Okay, so that is the abduct stuff, and then flash fires will actually, instead of, I can do flash fires first actually. It's fast, I get 1 fear, and I kill off an explorer here, and that means that the explorer that darkness would have killed gets abducted instead, and I think that's just positive. Wait, no, that's not just positive, because I don't have the right name. Okay, yeah, I think I in fact do kill it instead of abducting it, because I do care about the number of explorers on the board, as it turns out. So now, yeah, we have a bunch of beasts everywhere. Our inlands are fairly clear. We're not going to build anywhere except here, and this we can probably deal with next turn. We have asphyxiating smoke as well, but we are going to get the refill. So that is a worry. And unfortunately, we miscoordinated, and this is 4 blood on each board, but that's fine. Okay, let's see. Event. Wounded lands attract explorers. On each board, add an explorer to a land with blight. Well, turns out we have a lot of lands with blight, so like we can pick and choose quite easily where all of those go. So that's nice. Just like have some stacks of explorers. Beast chase off homesteaders. So we could push these. What's the last one? Raiding and retaliation. Oh, raiding and retaliation is nice. Right? Oh, it doesn't actually do that much, I guess. It kills off these 3. It deals damage like that, which doesn't actually do much. It kills off these 2. That's actually pretty nice. But I guess first beasts push off homesteaders. I don't think we care. I guess we can push these out, but they're in a pretty good spot. I guess we could push these out into here. I think stacking up on this sand is actually pretty nice. Because like this is, yeah, because this is actually what the Dahan are going to kill. Yeah, this is exact. I guess we didn't need the defend 10. Did we want beasts to push off any more homesteaders? Looks like no. And I think I fully resolved raiding and retaliation. I guess this takes a damage. And this also takes a damage. Yeah, great. Fear cards. On each board, remove an explorer from a land matching a ravage card. So just this. Okay. Skip the lowest number. Okay, sure. I guess this doesn't build. Sad to see this early when it doesn't do anything. Okay, so we ravage. This will blight. Oh, we actually go blighted here. I forgot about that. That's fine. We're just working with more blight now. So blight, which instantly kills this actually because it's already damaged. Oh, and it also kills a Dahan. Let's see. Unnatural proliferation. Immediately. Okay. This will also cause another blight with wildfire, which is exciting. Another 2 blight even. Ooh, that's exciting, I guess. Do I have to? I think so. I think I have to. Yeah, but at least this prevents an escalation, you know? So I add the presence here, which will deal 3 damage now since that's my 3rd fire uncovered. So that kills all of this and goes blight, killing this presence. And then pushing beast here, I think, and Dahan here as well. Just lands where I'm not. Okay, so now we have 5 blood on each board, which is nice. Add a Dahan to a land with Dahan. Also, I need a prolif here, probably to the 2 energy. Yeah, because I think next turn I'm definitely reclaiming still. Oh, I guess I could actually go here and then grow G2. Yeah, that actually works. That's probably better than reclaiming. So I'll unnatural prolif here, I guess. Maybe here. So because my incarnate is going to move out very quickly. 1 Dahan to a land with Dahan. So Dahan there to pair up, and 2 cities to land with the fewest buildings min 1. Wow, that doesn't exist here. So Dahan gets paired up here, and then 2 cities go here. Scary. Should be fine. Still though. Okay. So now we have 4 blight left. Okay, so that was the ravage. We build our mountains, which is just this. And now for our explorer. Yeah, I forgot that this was blighting. I maybe should have tried harder to heal blight. Oh well, doesn't matter too much. Our explorer is coastal. Well, punished for getting 5 blight, I guess. And then after this explorer, we will get, let's see. Oh yeah, this was what's it called? Wilds. We have our refill. So 3 inland land with the fewest blight here. That's unique, like this. Here, it's these 2, and here, I guess. This is slightly unfortunate, but it should be fine. And then we also add a city to a coastal land without a city. So that definitely wants to be on top of Wildfire here, and probably wants to be here as well, because now it can immediately get strafed with Terror of the Hunted. Okay, and then slow. Okay, so we're done with this. On slow, Terror of the Hunted, we get 1 fear, beasts are present, so we add a strife, and we get 2. So we get 3 strife total. Oh, I guess. I guess we don't want to Terror of the Hunted here. We want to first emerge from the Dread Nightwind. So another fear, emerge here, push up to 2. Yeah, so emerge here will push these to here maybe. Oh, is it to different lands also? To different lands, okay. In which case I probably want to put that there. And then I push up to 2 Dahan, but I don't think I want to push any. And then I add 3 Strife here. And that just solves this land. Easy. Okay, so that's those slow. And then I get 3 fear, add a beast, downgrade a thing. Downgrade the town, I think. Whoops. Beast fell through the Endless Dark. Okay, and then on slow, asphyxiating smoke. Probably just kill this. So that's 1 fear. Oh, yes, I forgot I wasn't actually Terror level 2 for Terror of the Hunted, but I definitely could have like done everything else here first. So 1 fear, kill this, which will add 2 explorers here, like push the 2 explorers there. Yeah, so I definitely could have done that before playing Terror of the Hunted. So yeah, that should be fine. And anything else on slow? I don't see anything else. This is a concern. Coasts are a bit of concern. This is actually fine. Time passes. Okay, so I believe I want darkness to grow first. Let's gain a minor, I think. Yeah. Gain a minor. So what we can do is we can reclaim 1 that's swallowed, play these 2 cards. So ideally what we want is an animal, because we can grow here. And that's our, yeah. So ideally we just want an animal so we can get our left innate twice, which is funny. So I guess we just take Devouring Ants, even though it's kind of terrible. I guess we can take a moon instead, actually, and get the animal with transforming. What were the other 3 cards? Were there any good moon cards? I guess this is a pretty good moon card. And like Visions is also reasonable. Okay, well, while I think about that, yeah, so we'll probably go down to 0 energy. Over here, we definitely need to reclaim on Wildfire. And we also gain a minor, which will just be Sky's Herald, I think. I don't want Prowling Panthers. Okay, so we don't get to grow this turn, but we have plenty of things to solve over here, so that's fine. What are we abducting? I think I want Cycles here, because Cycles lets me add another Dahan here, which clears the 2 cities. Okay, so if that's my plan, then 2 pieces escape. I can just have 2 beasts escape, probably seems fine. Put them into the jungle just in case we get like beasts attack or something. Over here, we want to play, we want to clear this ideally. And like, this is also a concern, but like somewhat less so. Like we can take this blight, this is fine. Yeah, none of the only thing we need to worry about is coasts and this mountain, basically. How do I deal with that mountain? I could defend it theoretically. I want to play 3 plant cards here, definitely. So that limits us to this set of cards. We need to play 3 of these. Threatening Flames does not look like it's going to be particularly good. I do want to heal Blight. I could do something like this. I get 6 fire. Yeah, and I can do that. Oh, no, but this is really expensive, so I don't want to do that. Might as well play just this then. Yeah. And then I can double heal Blight. We get extra damage for Bodies innate. Oh, body, like, I can just go and clear this. That's pretty nice. Yeah, okay. I think this is the plan then. Threatening Flames will not do very much. Yeah. That's fine though. Okay. So I want to move this here with my mover presence growth, or mover presence space. And where did I drop my, oh, it's right here. And I want this to stay here, maybe? No, I want this to be like over here or something. Yeah, here. That seems good. Okay, so I get Flame's Fury on Breath of Darkness. I'll have to be careful about that for Twilight Fog, certainly. Oh, actually, no, I need to have something here because my whole plan here is to Swallowed in order to get 2 fear, abducting this and this, and then use cycles in order to add a Dahan here so that this clears now. Okay, and then with my left innate, after I get this, I'll be able to do. Oh, I guess it's only 3 damage, not 4 damage. I don't remember if I played that incorrectly. Hopefully I didn't. Anyways, on Wildfire side, we need to do transforming now. So forget that card, gain a minor, which will be Savage Maw Beasts for being 0 cost, or Desiccating Winds maybe for the Earth. Though I'm likely to play Constancy next turn anyways. I want, and Sap already has Earth. Yeah, I think I'll take Desiccating Winds. That's actually like pretty reasonable here. So then I get that, and over here I want to forget probably Domesticated. No, Domesticated is better than Terror. And take Elemental Boon, I think. Okay, and then we get our Ennies. Then we get to both Pan Energy, which we both have just barely, in order to heal Blight, which definitely I want to do. Let's see, where do I want to do that? Here, I think. And here. That makes this that makes this durable again, but that does let me is that the right play? Oh, that's also bad because it brings this down to 4 Blight. I actually want to heal somewhere over here. Ideally, I can't actually heal this though, because that's where I need to deal damage with Wildfire. So I guess instead of healing this, okay, let's see. Let's undo that first. So these are back. I guess I do want to heal this, replacing it with a Badlands. Right, yes. Oh, yeah. This is perfect, because then I can actually abduct this town. Okay, yeah. Replace this with a Badlands. And then over here, I heal this, replacing it with a Badlands. And then we just take this Blight, and that gets this board back up to 5. Yeah, okay, great. That's the plan. Threatening Flames will... Oh, actually, sorry. We should do the replace and explore with a beast first. Let's replace this. Do I need to? No, I don't. So then let's replace this with a beast and this with a beast. So that was Wildfires and that was Breaths. Okay, now finally Breath can go do their left innate, which will do so because of Flame's Fury. I'll deal 2 damage with the first tier, and then with the Badlands, that's 3, which kills this. And then the second one will simply abduct this town and move this way to prepare to abduct all of these. Great, that is everything on Darkness's side as well, so I believe we're good to go. Did I use Threatening Flames yet? No, I didn't. So 2 fear, and I need to push this here, I think. I think that's better than like pushing the... Actually, I guess pushing the town... What are explorers left? It's sands or wetlands? Yeah, so I guess I should push this town here because that pockets this. It's funny. And this is going to get gathered into here anyways. I guess no, this one's going to get gathered into here anyways. I guess this just doesn't do anything then, which is nice. I don't actually want things to be in here. Okay, so that's everything. Nice. Lots of complicated stuff. Anyways, wave of reconnaissance. No, urbanization. In each land with at least 2 towns, replace half the towns married up with cities. Okay, so that's just here. So we got a city here, which honestly isn't terrible. I actually like that trade because now only one of these 2 gathers, probably this one. Okay. Stricken, that's unfortunate because now this builds. And retreat. Okay, so this can retreat here so that we keep these here. To land with that, yeah, I think that's the best place to retreat. And here we have no Dahan and lands with cities. Great. So, yep. Terror 2, each player chooses a different land to isolate, also defend 2 in those lands. So I could prevent this play. I don't think I want to. It just like adds another town. But I can... Oh, sorry, I completely forgot to do my left innate here, which is just like, it's very simple, 6 damage, kill that, push these here. Okay, so... Isolate and defend 2 somewhere, everywhere. Okay, so this isolate prevents this gather, which is nice. And same here. We're exploring sands or wetlands. I can't really prevent these explorers here. Yeah, I just really can't. I guess like I could isolate both of these in order to prevent this. Oh, I guess isolating this is strictly better than isolating this. No, because of this. Yeah, so I think I want to just prevent these coastal gathers here and here. That seems like the most impactful thing I can do. Yeah. Okay. And we have another fear card. Skip all build actions in lands where Dahan outnumbered buildings. Oh, that's nice. This also no longer builds now. Okay. So Mountains Ravage, Stricken, nothing, and this just blights once. Yep. Then Coasts build, except not in places where Dahan outnumber buildings. So actually this doesn't build either. This doesn't build, so it's just this that builds. We're very good at preventing builds. And then Gather, this is isolated. These 2 are not adjacent to any like non-coastal towns. This gathers into here is all. And that's fine. That's 6, I can defend it with Sap. Okay, so that's the Gather. And our Explore is Sands with Escalation, but the Escalation doesn't matter because we have Blight on all boards. So escalate. So Explore like that, Explore like this. Okay. I I think we should be just about wrapping up here. Shore Seeds, let's see. I'm going to next turn grow for 3 damage into here. So yeah, actually Shore Seeds is nice there, I think. Yeah, that seems more likely to do something than anywhere else I could see the shore. So that's 1 fear and that. And then that's everything for Wildfire. Darkness gets to add a strife somewhere. There isn't actually anywhere that like needs to get a strife added. So probably just like value on this town, or no, because like, okay, Darkness, first of all, I'm going to execute the downgrade all. That's 8 fear. And kill everything except the city, basically. And the city gets downgraded once into a strifed town. I can drop that off somewhere for it to die on Ravage pretty easily. So where do I want to strife? Probably just like on a random town here or something. Seems reasonable. Okay. Time passes. Okay, so Wildfire wants to get 5 energy, place a presence, and play like these 4. And then I just need this in order to get my full transforming innate. The presence placement goes here, which will blade it. And that will deal, how much damage is that? 3 damage, so 4 damage, which will kill this and send 2 explorers here. Great, so that is Wildfire's growth. Here, Darkness will reclaim, gain an energy, and need to really play 0 costs. So 1, 2, 3. Just those 3, I think. Yep, and that's fine. We can take a second one of these in order to get 3 innates. All pieces escape, and we can move our Incarnate anywhere. I think, let's see, we escape this here first, and then escape this here. Yep, and then we can move our Incarna here, I guess. It really doesn't matter. Okay, so fast, I get 2 swallowed, 2 fear, abduct these 2. And then I get, oh, I guess I don't even need to do this before. Yeah, because I like only need to abduct these 2. Abduct, whoops. Abduct, one of these has a strife on it. That's not a strife. That's a strife. And then this can move here, I guess. And then like, I guess I will get the element and move here, but like it really doesn't matter. Then constancy goes to darkness. And defend 5 goes here, which should defend that fully. Because yeah, there's no towns nearby. All of these should be taken care of. Yeah, okay, great. So this is the only thing that's like really a loose end, but that should be whatever. Then, oh, actually it's not even a loose end because now, oh, Darkness can't actually end up here, right? No, Darkness can't end up there because if Darkness wants to go first. But theoretically, like this could be here, right? Because I haven't moved. Yeah, I ended up here. Yeah, I haven't used my move yet, so I can just move there. Great. So full transforming, let's forget, I don't know, this in order to gain a minor, which will be Rolling Bog. And then over here, I'll forget cycles, gain a minor, which will be Quicken and an any. Great. And then do the full transforming, so both spirits will pan energy. Now we don't care about Blight being healed because we're past the escalations. So this can just get healed here, and this can certainly get healed here. So yeah, that's, oh yeah, and then we replace Explorer with a Beast in both of these lands, I believe. Yep. Okay, so then Wildfire left innate, I get 1 damage per 2 fire, so only 2 damage, but I get to split it, and splitting it lets me do 1 damage here and 1 damage here, which clears all of that. So just very strong Explorer control here, and I get to abduct some presence if so desired. It doesn't, I'm just not going to use it, I think, because I really don't need to. Great. Let's see our event. It's new species spread, aided by moon. I have 4 moon, 0 moon. Let's just discard these 2. I think I'm fine with Wildfire just reclaiming next turn. It seems like likely what Wildfire wants to do anyways. So 2 fear, on each board add a beast to a land with buildings. So that's uniquely here, and here I could go anywhere, sure, on the coast. Okay. Half the boards add a disease to a land with both Dahan and invaders, do 2 damage there to Dahan there. Sure, I can add the disease here, which will deal 3 damage because of the Badlands. That's fine. That's better than not killing the cities. Pattern of Dance, that should be both players, yes. Nice. Just more blight healing, clearly. Great. Terror 2, remove an explorer or town from a land with presence. Remove these 2 because everything else is dying. Oh, are we just winning here? No, there's still this 1 lone city. Yeah, we can even we can kill this on fast, which is funny. Anyways, so ravage our coasts. These 2 die. This dies. All of this dies, I believe. Yeah, 6 damage. And yep, build our sands. Okay, so this is the only thing left. Build our sands, which doesn't do anything. Gather our sands, which doesn't do anything. Explore is sands and mountains. So this, no, actually that is wilds. This. Actually, quite a lot of explorers. That's fine. There are no towns to destroy. I will get a fear. And then I can target mountain or sands. I guess that means I kill this off and then add a Badlands. What's the best way to kill this? Oh, just have. Oh, also there's these. I forgot about these. But they're not long for this world. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To downgrade everything here, so that becomes 3 explorers, and then 1 of the explorers disappears. So I'm left with 2 explorers, 1 of them strifed. Bit of lag, and Twilight Fog doesn't do anything, so I won't use it. We don't get a beast. No, we do get a beast. Gotta increase our beast count. That's the real score in Spirit Island. So time passes. I guess. No, I need to actually kill this for real. Great. So then let's just have Darkness go reclaim, play 3 cards. Doesn't matter. These 3, I guess. These escape, I guess, into here. Okay, and then we get this, and this. And then Darkness can just go deal 1 damage here, killing all of that. Move, deal damage here. Move, deal 2 damage here. And that's after Wildfire just goes into here first, dealing 2 damage to this, and adding a blight and pushing the beasts, I guess. And then since Darkness is the one to finish this off, it doesn't transform. So yeah, GG. That was somewhat long because these two-handed games are always somewhat long. But as you can see, this is a very powerful duo here. You get to firebomb places with Reach from the Infinite Darkness, kidnapping presence, and also like the element is really good for darkness. It like powered up my right innate twice this game, and that was very impactful. And just like both of these are very good at controlling the board, so like having both like compounds a bit. So yeah, this is a neat combo. I hope it helped demonstrate some of the power of transforming Wildfire. I hope you all enjoyed watching. I'm actually, brief note, I'm not going to upload more videos this week because I will be busy going to a Magic convention this weekend, so I won't have time. But I'll be back next week. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.